This boat is lit.
The fact that he could play on an intense professional level and still be concerned by making sure we made it to the game safely was just another example of how family came first to him.
Natalia Bryant is done staying quiet. She's blasting the truth wide open. Word on the street is she just uncovered that Vanessa has been dipping into Kobe's estate, and not for the girls, not for family, not even for legacy. Nope, all that money was allegedly spent on a man, a hidden man. And we're not talking about some casual dinner date or a birthday surprise. Sources say six-figure checks were pulled straight out of Kobe's trust to spoil a guy who doesn't even carry the Bryant bloodline. When Natalia found out, insiders claim she completely lost it. Bags packed, doors slammed, and she told Vanessa to her face, "This was supposed to be for me." That one line alone has everybody looking twice, questioning what's really going down behind those mansion gates. Because if Vanessa truly used her late husband's money to drench another man in luxury, that's not just mother-daughter beef. That's messing with Natalia's inheritance. And trust, Natalia isn't keeping it in the shadows anymore. This explosion didn't come out of thin air either. People had been whispering about Vanessa's spending habits long before this trust fund scandal popped off. Remember that flashy Italy trip, the one splashed across social media, dripping in gossip? Yeah, now it's starting to look a whole lot more suspicious. Vanessa wasn't moving like a grieving widow at all. She popped out in full glam, champagne in hand, rocking designer fits, floating across yachts like she was filming her own reality show. And check this. By her side were big names like J-Lo, Kiara, even Vin Diesel made the cut. But you know who was missing? Her daughters. Not even Capri was spotted anywhere on that trip. That clip said it all, without saying a word. Vanessa didn't give mourning mother vibes. She gave soft launching a new romance vibes, like this was a private escape, not a family getaway. And right after that, the blind items started piling in. Whispers about her maybe buying property under someone else's name, low-key setting up a whole new life. And from the looks of it, not one built around Kobe's girls. So when Natalia pieced it all together and realized that missing money was being funneled into some mystery man, she absolutely snapped, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Right after her big USC graduation, the tension between her and Vanessa was thick as ice. Cameras caught every second. Natalia walking stiff behind her mom, face stone cold, no fake smiles to cover it up. The energy was so tense it made people watching feel awkward through the screen. No smiles, no hugs, no eye contact, just pure silence. And fans clocked it instantly. The whole moment screamed bad blood, like you could almost feel the chill in the air. Natalia's body language told the whole story without her saying a word. Every move said, "Don't even come near me." She skipped the photo ops, avoided dinner, and left quick. And honestly, who could blame her? She's been the one carrying Kobe's legacy with dignity, graduating, modeling, keeping her name clean, and showing strength without needing clout. So when she finds out her mom might be blowing Kobe's money on another man, that cut deep. Natalia felt pushed aside, betrayed, and completely disrespected. That's the kind of wound that doesn't heal easy. Because if Vanessa is really out here spending Kobe's legacy like that, what else could she be hiding? And just when you think the storm couldn't get messier, boom, another twist. Natalia's not the only one side-eyeing Vanessa now. Kobe's own mother, Pam Bryant, is sliding right back into the picture. And everyone knows Pam and Vanessa have had smoke since day one. The wedding drama, that ugly lawsuit over Kobe's memorabilia, the fights over the grandkids, that bad blood never disappeared. And now it's boiling up again. And here's where it gets even more shady. People are pulling receipts all the way back to Kobe's memorial. Remember when Vanessa stood on stage, voice shaking, telling the world family came first for Kobe? She said it with her whole chest like it was scripture. But fast forward and the streets are calling her a hypocrite because she didn't even show love to Kobe's parents after he passed. And Pam, she never forgot that. Now here's where it gets wild. Pam and Natalia have been quietly linking up again. We're talking late night calls, sneaky texts, and even slipping away for low-key meetups. And word is, Pam has been in Natalia's ear on repeat, whispering one warning: watch the money, baby. Watch it close, because the way Vanessa's been moving lately, it's nothing but red flags. And truth be told, Pam claims she's been spotting those same red flags for years. But here's the bombshell. If Natalia ever decides to go public with what she knows, it's game over. Doesn't matter if it's a full sit-down interview, a cryptic caption on Instagram, or even a random slip-up on a podcast. The second Natalia speaks, Vanessa's carefully polished image could shatter in front of the whole world. Now picture this, Pam and Natalia on the same side. That's the scenario shaking up the Bryant circle, and people can't stop buzzing about it. For years, Pam was painted as the outsider, fighting Vanessa over Kobe's memorabilia, clashing over money, beefing about access to the grandkids. But now, that script is flipping hard, because Pam and Natalia suddenly have the same enemy, and her name is Vanessa. Sources say these aren't just sweet grandma-granddaughter convos either. They're strategic. Pam's been telling Natalia to track every dime, every business trip, every expense that doesn't line up. And Natalia, she's listening. She might be young, but she's sharp, and she's already built a name for protecting her dad's legacy. Now, with Pam feeding her the history, the receipts, and the dirt from old battles, Natalia's got the playbook to challenge her mom like never before. And here's the messiest twist. People close to the situation swear Natalia has started stacking her own receipts, screenshots, bank statements, maybe even private texts. If those ever see daylight, this won't look like mother-daughter tension anymore. It'll look like a full-on takedown, the kind that could wreck Vanessa's reputation in one single blow. Think about it. Kobe's daughter and Kobe's mom both pointing fingers at the same woman. That's way bigger than a family feud. That's a scandal waiting to explode worldwide. And now the heat isn't just coming from inside the Bryant circle, it's hitting from every angle. Sponsors are reportedly panicking because Vanessa's name is now tied to whispers of missing money, flashy vacations, and a mystery man who has no business being anywhere near Kobe's legacy. The same brands that once praised her as the strong, grieving widow are suddenly side-eyeing her every move. Behind closed doors, insiders say deals are stalling. Invitations that used to pour in, drying up. Even charity partners are quietly asking questions about where those dollars are really going. And in Hollywood, reputation is currency. Once doubt creeps in, it spreads like wildfire. The public isn't letting her breathe either. Online detectives are digging through old clips, dragging up receipts, and connecting dots Vanessa probably prayed would stay hidden. That yacht trip video getting replayed nonstop, her designer shopping sprees screenshotted and dissected, and every time Natalia shows up in public stone-faced, fans take it as another silent confirmation that something is seriously off. And Vanessa's silence only making it worse. People expected a statement, a denial, anything. But instead, she's been moving like nothing's wrong. And in today's world, silence doesn't scream strength. It screams guilt. The longer she waits, the louder the whispers get, and the harder it becomes to protect her carefully polished image. Because once sponsors back away, media outlets start digging, and family drama spills into the open. This stops being gossip. It turns into a full-on crisis. And just when Vanessa thought the storm couldn't get uglier, boom, the media giants jumped in. None other than Stephen A. Smith grabbed the mic, and when he talks, the entire sports world leans in. He didn't sugarcoat a thing, going live with that trademark fire, lowering his voice, and making the room go dead silent. Stephen A. didn't dance around it. He said flat out, something's not adding up here. And when Stephen A. drops a bomb like that, you already know he's locked and loaded with receipts. He pulled Kobe's legacy into the conversation, broke down the estate money, and asked the question everyone's been whispering but too scared to say, is Vanessa protecting Kobe's family, or is she just protecting herself? That clip, it blew up instantly. Millions of views overnight, fans dissecting every word, and the comment sections turned into a war zone. Some were riding with Natalia saying, finally, someone's speaking the truth. Others jumped to defend Vanessa, claiming folks were too quick to attack. But one thing's for sure, this drama just jumped from shady whispers on blogs to full-blown mainstream headlines. And here's the real kicker. Stephen A. made it clear he's not done. He teased more digging, more questions, and more pressure until the truth comes out. For Vanessa, that's a nightmare scenario. Because if he keeps pressing, the sponsors and the public won't just whisper anymore, they'll demand answers. Now the spotlight on Vanessa is blazing high. It's not just online chatter. Reporters are circling, digging through her finances, cross-checking those luxury trips, even asking who exactly has been spotted at her side. Paparazzi cameras are catching her every move, and the photos are making it worse. One snap of Vanessa shopping in Beverly Hills, fans zoomed in on the designer bags, the jewelry, the price tags, and the comments were brutal. Meanwhile, Natalia's silence is saying more than words ever could. She's not blasting her mom publicly, but every cold shoulder, every stiff public appearance, every refusal to play Happy Family screams volumes, and fans are eating it up, calling Natalia the real protector of Kobe's legacy. And don't sleep on Pam. She's in the cut, steady whispering warnings and planting seeds. Insiders swear Pam has her own stash of receipts tucked away, waiting for the right moment to drop them if things spin out of control. Imagine Pam and Natalia stepping forward together with proof. That wouldn't just be drama, that would be checkmate. And Vanessa knows it. Right now, the tension feels like a ticking time bomb. Everybody's just waiting to see who cracks first. Will Vanessa finally break her silence? Will Natalia snap and let the truth fly? Or will Pam step in and unload years of pent-up frustration? One thing's clear. This storm is only getting darker by the day. Vanessa is still coasting on that grieving widow image, quiet, loyal, unshakable. But let's be real, if hard receipts ever surface showing Kobe's money getting funneled into spoiling some hidden man, that whole image collapses in seconds. And the internet already feels divided straight down the middle. Some folks are saying she can't even remarry without losing that inheritance. Of course, she's keeping a man on the low. Others are clapping back at Natalia, claiming she should be happy her mom is finding life again. But the truth? This drama is way bigger than family bickering. We're talking about Kobe's name, his daughters, and the legacy he left behind for them, not for strangers. And here's where it gets dangerous for Vanessa. Because if Natalia decides to leak even one receipt, whether it's a text, a suspicious bank log, or even a quiet drop to a gossip blog, it's over. Vanessa's carefully crafted image would shatter. The internet would drag her without mercy, and those whispers would explode into screaming headlines overnight. Now, the burning question everybody's asking, is this just a messy mother-daughter standoff? Or is Vanessa really out here rewriting Kobe's entire legacy to fit her new soft life era? Because if Natalia keeps pulling away and Pam Bryant keeps stirring the fire from the sidelines, Vanessa might end up with a mystery man on her arm, but not a single family member left standing behind her. And if it spirals that far, there's no escaping the fallout. Vanessa would have to answer for every move she's made, every dollar spent, every rumor ignored, all with Kobe's name and legacy hanging in the balance. If you're locked in on this drama, drop a fire emoji in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe, share this video, and turn on your notifications. We'll see you in the next one.